The dark side of human behavior doesn't live only in criminals, manipulators, or obviously toxic people. It also lives in something much more common, much more silent, the way we choose who to trust. Most of us like to believe we're good at reading people. We look at someone and think, I would never fall for that, or I can tell when someone is bad news. But if that were true, so many intelligent, experienced people wouldn't end up hurt, betrayed, or blindsided by someone they once trusted completely. The uncomfortable truth is this: the human mind is not designed to detect every danger. It's designed to create comfort as fast as possible. Think about the last time you met someone who felt instantly safe. Maybe they had a warm smile, an easy laugh. They seemed genuinely uninterested in you. They mirrored your energy, your way of speaking, even your sense of humor. Within minutes, you felt like you'd known them for years. That feeling is powerful, and that feeling is exactly where the problem begins. Your brain loves shortcuts. When it notices familiar traits, it quietly says, "This person is like me. If they're like me, they must be okay." You don't consciously think this, but your guard drops a little. You share more. You question less. You stop analyzing their behavior and start enjoying the connection. And here's the dark side. People with bad intentions often know exactly how to create this fast familiarity. They study how you react. They mirror what makes you comfortable. They offer validation in the areas where you feel most insecure. If you feel unseen, they become the one who finally gets you. If you feel judged, they become the one who accepts everything about you. It feels healing. But sometimes it's not healing. It's targeting. Our biology plays a bigger role than we like to admit. When someone gives us attention, when they listen closely, when they make us feel chosen, our brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, chemicals linked to pleasure, connection, and bonding. Those chemicals don't check if the other person is trustworthy. They just say, "This feels good. Stay here." And if you've been lonely, disappointed, or emotionally exhausted, that chemical comfort feels even stronger. You're not weak for wanting it. You're human. That's why some of the kindest people end up trusting the wrong ones, not because they're foolish, but because they are wired for connection. They see the good in others. They want to believe in second chances. They want their story with someone to be real. And that hope makes them more vulnerable to people who know how to perform goodness without actually living it. At the beginning, everything looks perfect. They say the right things. They show up at the right times. They apologize when they're late. They check on you when you're down. It all feels intentional, meaningful, almost too aligned. You tell yourself, finally, someone who gets it. But real trust is not built on how someone behaves when everything is easy. Real trust is revealed when it costs something. Slowly, pieces start to feel off. They react with subtle irritation when you set a boundary. They remember every detail when it benefits them, but forget important things that matter to you. They tell stories where they're always the victim, never the one at fault. They talk beautifully about honesty, but become vague when you ask direct questions. Your intuition notices first. Something inside you tightens. Something feels heavier after certain conversations. You walk away from them more confused than clear, but you still defend them to yourself. This is where many people get trapped, between what they feel and what they want to believe. You remember the version of them that felt safe, kind, special. You replay the moments when they seem perfect for you. You tell yourself they're just stressed or misunderstood or going through a phase. It's easier to rewrite the story than to accept that your trust might have been given to the wrong person. So you stay. You rationalize. You work harder. You communicate more. And they don't have to change much because your effort fills the space their character should be filling. The dark side of human behavior isn't just in the person who breaks your trust. It's also in the part of us that clings to the illusion of who we thought they were. We don't just grieve the relationship, we grieve the version of them that never truly existed. But here's something important. Trusting the wrong person does not mean there is something wrong with you. It means you were operating with the information you had, while your mind was doing what it's designed to do. Look for safety, for belonging, for connection. The problem isn't trust. The problem is unchecked trust. Healthy trust doesn't rush. It doesn't ask you to ignore your intuition. It doesn't punish you for having questions. It doesn't collapse the moment you say no. People with good intentions feel consistent over time. You see who they are, not just in their words, but in their patterns. You see how they act when they're frustrated, how they respond to your boundaries, how they treat people who have nothing to offer them, how they behave when nobody is watching. Those details tell you infinitely more than charm, chemistry, or deep conversations at 2 a.m. The more you understand this, the less you'll feel ashamed for the times you trusted the wrong person. Instead of asking, "Why did I fall for them?" you start asking, "What was I needing so much that their behavior felt like an answer?" Maybe you were craving validation. Maybe you were desperate for stability. Maybe you were exhausted from carrying everything alone. When you see your own needs clearly, you become far less vulnerable to people who use those needs to get close. Trust doesn't have to disappear from your life. It just needs to mature. You can still believe in people, still love deeply, still let others in, but now with open eyes, a calm mind, and a clear sense of your own worth. Because the real turning point is not when you stop trusting others. It's when you stop abandoning yourself in the process. If this video opened your eyes or made you think differently, consider subscribing. There's a lot more about human behavior we're uncovering together, and I'd love to have you here for the next one.